Welcome in, Shield Brothers and Shield Maidens, to Shield's Rest. I'm Brown.
And I'm Frey.
Have you ever wanted to slice and dice an enemy to pieces? Well, we're going to show you how to do just that in today's video.
Let's go, bub.
Fry, do you have any stories of a time when you felt like slicing and dicing an enemy?
Not necessarily felt like, but I just did. With my Levi character, the one I had talked about in the last video, it was just a room full of like small minions, and I was able to between crits and good rolls, a great weapon master bonus action, I was able to clear through like 2 or 3 enemies, and I think that's all that was in the room besides like the big one. So it was like a really cool moment. I had a great sword too, so I was the slice and the dice. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. What about you?
Definitely remember you popping off a few times on both single target and
Yeah.
multi-target, so that was a fun campaign. I think for me it was when I was playing as the dungeon master in Icewind Dale, and I created an NPC called Barry Annowing. And
Yeah.
I know everybody loved him, but maybe also deep-seated hatred in there. So I'm sure a couple people wanted to slice and dice him.
Yeah, I know mine had a hated passion for him, but I, the player, loved him. It was great voice, everything.
Absolutely. So we're gonna go over and jump into the Foundry here, and as you can see, we have Wolverine today in this video, kind of built out already for you. We're going to talk through that a little bit, but first, just a quick intro for him. So James Howell, aka Logan, best known by the moniker Wolverine. Wolverine is an animalistic and regenerative healing berserker. He utilizes retractable claws to shred any foe or obstacle. Funny enough, he made his first appearance in 1974 through the Incredible Hulk comics. We covered the Hulk in our previous video, so check that out if you haven't already. And for Wolverine, we've chosen a mixed ancestry of human and beastborn, and also rogue as the class for our Wolverine. Here's some things that you'll need just to kind of get started, and I'll let Frey speak to that portion.
Yeah, so to get started here, the character comes online at level 4. Along the way, like Mark said, we're going to do the Beastborn ancestry. That's going to give us a natural weapon. It's also going to give us our retractable natural weapon, so his claws can come in and out. We're going to take Rend, and we're going to take Sprint, and then we're also going to take the small-sized feature, because lore accurate Wolverine is about 5'3", I believe, so short guy. And then from his human ancestry, we're going to take human determination. We're also going to get undying as the free kind of feat that comes with the human ancestry. We're also going to pick up 2 multi-class talents. The first one at level 2, we're going to pick up Spellblade Disciplines to give us Magus and Heal. We're also going to take the Rage feature from Barbarian as our second multi-class talent at level 4. And then to finish it up with maneuvers and techniques, we got 2 maneuvers, and we have 2 techniques, which we'll dive into later on.
Cool, absolutely. Yeah, and we'll leave this on here up in the corner just like last time. It might be kind of small, but try to put it there for reference. There is also just some overview of Wolverine. So in Marvel Rivals, he has the following abilities. He has Savage Claws, Feral Leap, Undying Animal, Vicious Rampage, Berserker Rage, Regenerative Healing Factor, and Last Stand. So we're going to talk about each of those and how we created those in the Foundry with DC20. So we'll see if Frey can help me talk about the Savage Claws and what we did with that.
Yeah, so the Savage Claws, that's his basic attack and pretty basic abilities to cover it. It's our natural weapon plus our Rend. That couples with our Debilitating Strike class feature from Rogue, which basically lets you generate stamina points while you're hitting an enemy that is suffering a condition, and Rend is going to let us put that bleed condition on them. We also have options within the Rogue to apply other conditions, but we're going on more of that bleed focus, and then following up with a power attack to just do more damage on it. So you have kind of a lot of options to simulate this savage attacks for him, covered with the bleed and all that.
Yeah, this actually, as we were building out, it was like, oh, we could do this or that or that. It was like a little bit more, I felt, options even further than what the Hulk had, where you can kind of put your own flavor on it, but it's kind of what we landed on. Next one is Feral Leap. So for this one, it's the Heroic Leap feature, just kind of reflavored. Basically, the enhancements that you can get on this is either the Brutal or Far enhancement, and that just, again, depends on flavor and how you want to style it, depending on the situation. But essentially, this uses this natural weapon, leaps in, makes an attack either on a single target or multi-target. So pretty useful and totally fits Wolverine.
And then next up, we have the Undying Animal. So this one, you can kind of pick your flavor again. You have the class feature Evasion from Rogue, so that's going to let you, on any single attack, take half damage from it, or from the Barbarian class feature, that Rage, which is going to reduce some incoming damage as well. So Undying Animal, really easy to capture with what we picked here. Kind of choose in the moment which one you want to use. In the game, it comes into effect when he's at half health, so you can like save the evasion for that, and then the Rage is just kind of helping you up until that point.
Yeah, for sure. We also did take that Human Determination trait, which plays into that as well, because when he gets bloodied, there's some extra effects that come in there as far as giving that more, animalistic feel to him. So there's like hidden passives within abilities in here, which is great. And then for Vicious Rampage, this is Sprint from the Ancestry trait for Beastborn, and this just helps him kind of move in there quicker as a minor action, and then couple that with Power Attack just to make for that type of more leaping, devastating strike. So close the distance really quick and make an attack.
Yep, and the big thing with that sprint, using it as a minor action, it saves you that action point, so it really makes it like one cohesive move as opposed to like spending the 2 action points to get it done.
Yeah, right.
And then next up we have the Berserker Rage, which I think self-explanatory. That Rage Barbarian ability gives you all that kind of all the flavor of his Berserker Rage.
Yeah, definitely feel like you have to have that to make Wolverine. And also, the multi-class aspect is really flexible, so I was able to kind of see that come to life through this build as well, which was really cool. And we even added 2 other classes, so even better, which takes us to his regenerative healing factor. This is the one thing where probably we had to spend the most work, but not really, but it was how to capture this in the best way, and so this is what we landed on. But this is why we took multi-class for the Spellblade, and to get those Spellblade disciplines. Another of the 2 that you get, which is Magus, which just gives you like additional mana and 1 spell, which I did just threw the heal spell in there as well to give additional healing, but we're not necessarily talking about that one in here. But mostly we took that for the Acolyte Spellblade discipline, which in itself has both heal and cure, but you can use those to basically pump that extra action point and mana into a heal, so you can either get 2 or 3 health depending on the success of your roll. But definitely felt like that was the key element also, aside from Rage, that we really needed to like make the actual Wolverine real.
Yeah, and then by taking that spellcasting or multi-classing into a spellcaster, it ends up giving us 5 mana points plus the 1 from the feature itself. So you have a good pool of mana too to use this from. So it's not just like a one and done heal. So everything really captures his like regeneration. Eventually you'll have to rest, but Wolverine always needs to rest. So
yeah, ignore that on here. It says 1 mana, but we just user error. We're trying to learn Foundry really well, but we did the math through the rule book and everything, and that's what we landed on. So.
And then last up is his ultimate ability, Last Stand. So with this one, we're going to take our second technique, which is Heroic Bash. When you do the Heroic Bash, you also have 2 options. The option we chose is Airborne. So instead of normally it knocks them back a couple of spaces, this one you will half that distance. So I believe it'll come out to 2 spaces, but you're also going to knock them like kind of up, and they'll fall prone. We're also going to combine that with the Bash and Smash enhancement. So that's going to apply that effect, but to everyone in that 1 space radius as opposed to just the single target. Again, this is another one you could go anyways. Heroic Leap also has some options, but we wanted to throw in a second technique in there. But nice launched AoE ability. Perfect.
Yeah, Yeah, I really love this one too, and it's similar to the Hulk, how he had the heroic bash in there for his ultimate. So both of our characters so far just bashing and smashing everything. That's really, it feels really brutal, and definitely a good way to like capture their ultimate ability, so to speak. Um,
Absolutely.
but yeah, that's the Wolverine. So we have just again kind of the breakdown that we threw up of how we mathed out what we added to each ability and what makes them. So if you're interested in doing this yourself, or again in the comments, let us know if you disagree or have better ideas or opinions on it. We definitely want to hear those. You have any closing comments, Fry?
No, I mean I had a lot of fun with this. Wolverine could really go either way. You could flavor him
Mm,
as a barbarian. We chose Rogue just because we wanted to see what we could do with it, and I think
mm,
it fits in really well, especially tying in that bleed aspect. Um, with the future release coming out and the future subclasses, I believe there is going to be a Rogue subclass kind of based around bleed. So when that comes
yep.
out, I'm excited to like dive back in and see like how much better we can make it. But
Yeah, it's gonna be
um,
disgusting.
yeah. But I think what I've been having the most fun with is like how like these are just level 4 characters is what like, we kind
Mm,
of have access to. We're like getting an almost like entire character built into it. So I don't
mm,
know. I think it really just highlights the system, like how much is available to you to like pick and choose
mm.
what you need. Because it's really the struggle has been too many options, and it's like which one is the
Yeah.
best.
Yeah, I think through all of our videos we've done on DC20 so far, we really talk about the flexibility of the system a lot. And yeah, just, I mean, we very easily made Hulk and Wolverine so far. And our next build for everyone interested is probably going to be Storm. So we're going to be working on that next. And that's, just as easy as an adaptation. So, but we appreciate everyone watching. We love the community engagement. We hope that you love this mini series. And we look forward to making more videos for you in the future. You're a part of that, so let us know what you want to see. But until next time, keep the shield wall strong.
Take care.